it's November and welcome back to my channel. So today for you guys I have another speed build. This time it is a modern loft that I built in Newcrest a couple days ago while I was streaming. In my other videos, I've been talking about how I've been wanting to build a loft ever since Tiny Living came out, but I never really came up with like an idea or any of the builds that I would do on my own time, not recording. They never really came out right, so I kind of just left it alone. But that day when I was going to start stream, I really wanted to do a loft, and I feel like that this loft, even though it's not considered tiny, because to me, I feel like it's pretty spacious, it came out really well. I know it's a bit blocky, but again, it is a modern build, so it does look that way. I know modern isn't for everyone, but modern is actually one of my favorite kind of builds that I like to do. I'm not really sure if it's because it's easier for me because it's kind of blocky-ish, but I don't know, I feel like I just like the style because like even when I go on Pinterest and I'm looking like at real houses just to kind of get some ideas flowing of what I want to do for that day whenever I want to start building and everything. It's usually modern that I'm looking at because I just really like the aesthetic a lot. Like a lot. So it's something that I don't know, I just really like to do. Even though I do have fun building like traditional homes because I live in a traditional home. I don't live in a modern, pretty, sleek house. Not saying my house is awful. I'm not saying that at all. I mean, I adore my house. It's great. It's just, it's not fancy looking nice like this that I built on The Sims. Actually, a lot of my modern builds I feel come out really nice and I wished I lived in them, but I don't. Anyway, so this house, I built it on a 20 by 15 lot. So it's one of the small lots in in Newcrest. You can see next door is my 10K house that I built previously. If you haven't seen it, the video will show up probably at my end cap, so you guys can check that out. That house, of course, was built and it costs 9,936 simoleons. So when you have a single sim that needs a house and you want them to have some kind of money left behind, that is the house for you. Also, I wanted to take a moment to thank everyone who's been downloading that house. It's my first house on my on my gallery that has reached over 100 downloads, which I was totally gushing about the other day because I'm like, oh my god, a lot of people actually like that build. I'm so happy. As of right now, I checked it this morning, it was at 185 downloads, and I'm just blown away because I've never had anyone like my build. I do have another loft build, believe it or not. It was one of my first loft builds a long time ago that Max's favorited for some reason, and that one has a few thousand downloads, but I feel like it's not really the same thing in a way for me, just because I'm not saying that build's not personal to me or not or whatever, because I did build it myself and I did put a lot of hard work. It was back when I was first learning how to build, so I was quite surprised when it was given a Max's fave. But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel kind of weird about it, I guess, for some reason. Because even though I did get a lot of comments of people saying they like the build, to me, I feel like it looks really plain compared to this loft build that I've done. And of course, I also got a lot of hate comments on there, like, oh my god, it's just a giant square, this is so stupid, and blah blah blah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like I'm overly sensitive or the internet, blah blah blah. I mean, if you're gonna be on the internet, you gotta take criticism, even if it's just trolls just trying to be trolls. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's also on my gallery if you guys ever want to check that out. But the build I'm really proud of course, is the one that we're doing right now, as well as my 10K house that that a lot of people seem to like. So, anyways, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank everyone who's downloaded it. Hopefully you like it, you've been having fun using it, or if you just saved it for later to use it for another another sim you're gonna build later, or build, Lord, build a sim, make a sim. Again, thank you very much, I appreciate it. Anyways, so for this house, I've been rambling on about something else, about the actual house itself. It turns out to be a 2-bedroom loft. I end up making the second room into an office because I didn't close the room up. Because at first I was thinking of making it into a child's room. And then for some reason I felt like it would be weird for the child to have to go, through their parents' room every time they wanted to go to their room. And then I thought about the fact, like, when the parents are trying to have a moment for themselves and they happen to be woohooing, the child won't be able to go up, you know, through their room to their room. That, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that children cannot use the ladder. I think. I can't remember. I feel like someone said that when the ladders were given to us in base game. But of course, I could be wrong. But I did hear that they weren't able to use the ladders. Teenagers can, adults, and I believe elders as well. But for some reason, they don't let kids use the ladder, which I feel kind of odd if that is true. Because to me, that really doesn't make any sense. Because if anyone's able to climb the ladder, it would be a child. But I don't work for EA. I just build things, so I'm not really sure what thoughts they had on that, or what they were thinking when they did it. I have no clue. That's what I heard. So that was also another reason why I didn't make the office into a room. I did end up making it, like I said, an office. It's an open office. You guys will see it in the video. I feel like it came out really nice. I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty simple. I mean, it just really has like a computer setup and everything in there. But as I was continuing this build and trying to think of what kind of sim I would put in there, I was thinking of putting someone who worked in the freelance career who needed a computer. They happen to have this pretty nice house. I mean, the front yard, I mean, if the car doesn't give it away, I made sure to pick a really nice car to put in the driveway. Even if our Sims don't use cars, I felt like it was nice to have. But anyways, so we finished the front yard. It's very just simple. There's just, some shrubs here, a few trees here. Of course, I put the car in the front just to have something else there to kind of break it up a little bit. As for like the color of the build, I chose this brick that I found. I can't remember if it's university or if it's base game, because now I can't remember. But they had colored brick that wasn't like gray or like black or just white. They actually had, it's like a dark smoky blue gray, which you see here in the back, which looks really nice. And they have like this bright orange color. Not bright, I guess it's not really overly bright. It's a little bit like darker, but it's still like a nice color that I really appreciated. Like, I don't know, I thought that it looked really nice. So I went on ahead and I grabbed that and I used that for the outside because I thought it would be good to do so. I don't know, it started looking really nice when I was putting it together. I was trying to stay away from just using like either like just white paneling or like the dark black bricks, like just like, I mean, I know that is modern, like black and white really screams modern. The having like some kind of dark wooden panels or like wood for the most part, different kinds of wood on a modern build, it looks really nice too. But I feel like my last couple of modern builds were built with that color scheme, and I kind of wanted to try something else, just something different to see how it would go. But anyways, so I'm pretty happy with my selection. I know you guys did see me struggle a minute when it came to the pillars and I was trying to break up the colors because I thought that it looked kind of weird if it just changed from one color to the next and there was nothing there. I guess no kind of line or anything there. I don't know, for some reason it really bothered me. So yeah, so I struggled with the pillars for a little while. um, But in the end, because I struggled with it, that's how I ended up making like that cute little balcony that I had up front with the plants overhead. I thought that was really nice, and I felt that was gonna look really good, so I ended up doing that. Of course, it kind of gets in the way when I'm decorating the house and stuff. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I end up looking there and looking here, trying to move the camera around so it'd be out my way as I was decorating. But I do like it regardless. I do plan on having my Sims actually sit out there from time to time just to kind of see what's going on, because my Sims normally don't hang out like outside all that often. They're like indoor people. Anyways, so I decided to move on and start. Once I finished the backyard, I just put the pool, I put some lounging chairs, added some books, like the Sim left them out there and stuff. So it's pretty basic, but I feel like it worked out okay. And I went on ahead and added some lights because I'm trying to be that person who's good at remembering to add lights outside. Those tall debug lamps that I used, even though I loved them so much and I thought that they looked really good in the front yard, they don't turn on. So that's, believe it or not, they don't turn on. I was pretty sad about it. But I still kept them because, again, I thought they were really cute. So they're there. Feel free to get rid of them if you want to. But anyway, so we're finally inside. So here I am working on the kitchen. The kitchen isn't that big, but I feel like it's big enough for the Sims to walk inside and go on ahead and, cook what they need to cook, grab what they need to grab, wash their dishes. Hopefully, they wash their dishes in the kitchen. Because I don't know about y'all, but my Sims, like I'm sure I've said in previous videos, my Sims always like to go to the bathroom to wash their dishes. I know there is a mod I can download to keep them from doing that. It's just every time I remember to do so is when a Sim is, washing dishes in the bathroom, and I'm like, crap, I need to get that mod. And then, like, I'll go on Tumblr and I'll download a bunch of CC, totally forget about that mod, and just, once again, I'm playing my game, and they're, you know, washing the dishes in the bathroom. So, it's just a thing. I feel like I'm probably just gonna fuss about it forever until EA decides to fix it, which they probably won't, because we have a lot of bugs in this game, and it usually takes them a really long time for them to fix things, and then they usually fix things that either I didn't really notice, or maybe my game didn't have it happening. So I'm just like, well, that was a waste of time. But whatever. I mean, if it helps other people, it helps other people, so that's okay. So on the ground level, we have the kitchen, which I just finished for the most part. We have the dining room right next door, and then we have a living room and a bathroom. Now, this video, for whatever reason, is over 20, what is it, 22, 23 minutes long. And I tried to cut it the best way I could. Like, I completely, like, you're not going to see the bathroom being made. Like, you're going to see me cut the wall out for it, and that's about it. You're not going to see me decorate it, because I'm like, it's a bathroom. There's not much in there. It's a shower, a toilet, and a sink. That is it. There's nothing amazing about it. It's pretty simple. You know, it's whatever. And it's fine. Like, I do end up putting, like, a glass wall to separate the shower from what is it? The shower from where the toilet is, and that's about it. Like, I cut that out because I was trying to cut this from a 4 hour, it was a 4 hour stream down to a speed build video that I can put on YouTube for you guys. And again, I apologize for it being so long. I try to have my builds only be about really like 15 minutes at the longest, just because I know that nobody's gonna want to sit there for that long watching a build. I mean, I do. I sit there and I'm subscribed to a lot of builders on my YouTube, and I watch a lot of people build, and if it's a really nice build, I don't mind it at all. It doesn't bother me. But I know that, some people just don't have that kind of time where, they're going to be there waiting 20 years for a build to finish. So again, I apologize. I try to cut it as much as possible. I try to make it, so you guys could still see what I'm doing without the speed of the video being too ridiculous, because I know I've done that on a few previous builds where I kind of amped up the speed of the video, and then I had someone say like, oh my gosh, like your build was great, but you know, you did it so fast, like I felt like I was getting whiplash or like motion sickness if I was bouncing around too much in the build, and I felt really bad about that, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So hopefully the speed that I picked is okay for now. If it's not, I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments below, or they'll probably just tell me on Twitter, which I'm totally fine with, you know, because I'm trying to put content up here that you guys like and that I like, and you know, I appreciate everyone's feedback when they give it to me. So you know, if you guys don't like the speed of this video, or you feel like it's too fast, or if you feel like it was too slow and I could have sped it up some more, just go ahead and let me know just for next time. Like, again, I apologize, the video's long now. I'm trying to keep my videos as, you know, not as long as possible. Unless it's an LP, then I'm pretty sure you guys want to know as much of what's going on with my Sims as possible, but of course this is the build, so it's something else. Anyhow, so here we are. We already finished the dining room. The dining room is pretty simple. It just has the table and it has the chairs, and that's about it. It doesn't have much of anything else. I didn't feel like I could really fit anything else. Like I added some, what do you call it? Like flowers, and I added, not flowers, I guess plants would be the appropriate word. I added that, you know, just on the corners there. But of course the dining room table is close to where the front door is. So that's why I only put like 4 chairs on there, just because I didn't want there to be any issues with the sim not able to come in the house, or for them to come in the house but not be able to use the chair or anything like that, you know. Like I was trying to avoid any hassles that might be happening, just cause. Anyhow, so the living room is also a little small, but I feel like it works out just fine. Like it's big enough for it to have like the couch and the chairs, so there's enough room to sit 4 Sims comfortably. We have a TV, because TVs are important. We have a game system. I notice my Sims love playing the game system a lot, and since usually my weather in my game sucks most of the time, I felt it was perfect. So they, of course, you know, they have their game system, they have some books down there. I also put a radio so they'll have something to listen to, because a lot of my Sims like to listen to music, which I'm sure a lot of people's Sims do. So I try to give them a radio, even though it does kind of cause problems later on, just because all they want to do is turn it on. But it's kind of the same thing with the computer. Like once your Sim knows there's a computer, that's all they want to use. So there you go. As for the decorating of this house, I try to keep it the whole black and white modern, but as you can tell in the living room, I did add pops of green. Green is my favorite color, and I really like that couch set for whatever reason. I guess because I really like the green. I thought it was nice. It wasn't too dark or ugly or weird looking, so I used that. So I feel like it worked really well. I could at first find a bed that I thought was decent enough, or like color wise, like I wanted to use a green bed again, but I couldn't find anything with a nice green. It was either like a dark green or just a weird green in general. So I ended up picking yellow. Which yellow is also one of my favorite colors. It's actually my dad's favorite color, which I always thought was funny when I was a kid. Because, you know, when you ask a man or a boy what their favorite color is, it's blue, usually, or like red or green. You know, and when I was a kid, I used to ask my dad, like, you know, what's your favorite color? And he has always told me that it's yellow. Always. And I used to be like, well, why do you like yellow? Isn't that a girl's color? And he's like, if it is, I don't care. He's like, yellow is my color. And the funny thing is, back in the 80s, before I was born, because I was born literally a couple days after the new year of 1990, he had a bright yellow, like a banana yellow Chevy truck. And I'm like, holy crap. Like, he liked yellow. He likes yellow so much that he got a yellow truck. I was like, wow. We've never had any other yellow vehicles since then, but that was his. I was like, okay. Anyways, so sorry for rambling once again. But yeah, so this here is the little office area that I was talking about. at the beginning of the build. Like I said, it's pretty simple. It has bookshelves and it has a computer setup with very little clutter. I didn't want to put too much, although I feel like I might have put too many things on the desk. But to me, I feel like it just made it look, livable. Like, they're in the office. Because if you look at my desk that I share with my husband, with my laptop, we have stuff everywhere. Have, like, I'm looking right now and there's actually a couple cups left over, and it looks like he left his phone case in here, so he must have been messing with his phone. Like, there's just little things here and there. And then when my kid comes in here in the office that we have, that he's like leaving his own stuff behind, so but yeah, so I was originally gonna close it off and put like a door, because I thought, maybe he would want some privacy. But then at the end I was like, you know what, I think it would look better if it was just opened, so he could just walk through here, she could just walk through just like that. And I used the flowers over from Tiny, what is it, not Tiny Living, Eco Lifestyle, that fit like right in those little gaps that I made, and I thought it was just perfect. So that's how they got there, and I feel like it came out really nice. I added as much green in that room as possible because all those greens seemed to mesh really well, and it even worked with the fact that the bedroom had yellow in it. I don't know, to me I feel like I tied colors together, which doesn't happen often, you guys. I really struggle with trying to get colors to go together, which might sound weird to say, but it's true. Like, it usually, I don't know why. I just, for some reason, I'll think of certain colors go really well together, and then when I put it in my build, it don't look like it went that well together at all. So, like, it was a fraud. Or I felt like I was a fraud the whole time. So embarrassing. But yeah, anyway, so we finished that part. And now we've moved on to the balcony. The balcony just has seating. It has like those two little love seats, so it fits 4 Sims again. Those outdoor love seat chairs. I end up putting some plants out just to have, on the porch, because I mean, who doesn't have a porch and have plants on it? Like, I've never been to a house where there was a porch and there was nothing there. Somebody usually has potted plants of some kind. I added some hanging plants from the new pack just because I thought they looked cute, and I haven't unlocked them in the game yet because I haven't been paying attention to them or anything, but I feel like since I had the bug on, I had to use them. Anyways, so that's basically it. That is the whole build. I'm about to show you guys some pictures at the end so you can get a better look at everything. And I just want to let you guys know, if you like the video, if you can please give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to say, be sure to leave it in the comments. And of course, if you guys are not subscribed to me, go on ahead and consider doing so, just so you guys don't miss any of my other builds. If you guys want to download this build, I do have it on the gallery. Either you can look it up by my name, Vember77, or you can click on the link in the description below. I'm going to have it there so you guys can just click it and add it. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Bye!